Hey guys, welcome back to Kelly's Creations. Y'all ask me all the time for minis, so we're gonna do a mini Christmas. I really didn't know what mini video I was gonna do, but after I saw these little Barbie shoe stands at Dollar Tree, it came to mind. Okay, now I know what I'm gonna do. So I took them outside, I spray painted them. Last time I used one of these plastic dollhouse pieces, everybody was like, try spray painting them, because the last one I did paint by hand. It kind of worked. It's probably, maybe if I had better spray paint, it would have been better. But yeah, it coated it, but not as good as I wanted. So I had this paper in my wallpaper book, and I thought this would be perfect because I'm turning the shoe rack into like a candy Christmas apothecary jar stand, I guess. And I thought this screamed kind of like candy canes to me. So I'm just trimming the craft paper down, and I'm going to use a glue stick and hot glue and attach the little squares that I cut to the shelves and kind of fold it over in the front so it hangs down a little bit. And then I cut out the sides, and I'm going to cover up the sides as well with that paper. I just think it makes it pop. It also hides the imperfections from where my spray paint didn't quite cover the way I wanted it to. And a glue stick works perfect for this. So the little sides that I trimmed, I'm just going to do that with hot glue. This was a Barbie shoe stand, so it does say Barbie at the top, so I need to cover that up as well, and I'm going to use this craft paper for that as well. And then once you're done, you have the cutest little, either you could use this for cakes if you know how to make little miniature cakes. I'm going to be using the little miniature bottles to fill this. So as you can see, it still says Barbie at the top, and we're going to fix that. I went on Graphics Fairy and I found these cute little Christmas labels, and I just sized them down really, really tiny. And I'm going to add some scrapbook paper to the top to cover Barbie, and I'm going to use one of those little labels to center it for this. I keep going blank. And I'm not doing a cake stand, it's a bottle stand. It's kind of like a, I guess, candy jar stand. Candy jar stand. That's what we'll call this. So right now you just see me trimming it down to size, again with the glue stick because I'm in love with the glue stick, and putting these on, and then putting one of those little labels right in the center. I think these turned out so cute. It looks like little candy cane stands. So I also printed off these miniature tiny little labels. They're really hard to see on camera, but they each kind of, like, one has Santa, one has a snowman, one has berries and a wreath, and it's just these little bottle labels. And you can fill these little bottles with what's on the label, or because the labels are so small, you can fill them pretty much with anything, and it just looks so cute. So I'm just taking, since the label is so tiny, I'm taking my tweezers and I'm kind of rubbing it on top of the glue stick, and then using my tweezers to attach it to the front of these little labels. And these little not little labels, little bottles. These little bottles are the little tiny bottles from Dollar Tree. I think you get 6 or 8 in a pack for $1. They have their own corks, and you could fit 3 bottles on a shelf, but I opted to only do 2. So right now I'm just going to finish putting these labels on the bottles and then come back in to fill them. So just like when I'm doing my Halloween apothecary jars, even though you might not be able to see this, because you're going to see what I do with these at the end. I still think it's fun to go in your craft stash and just find things to fill. So this is actually a clothes hanger that was green and white. I bought a green and white one and a red and white one. I've been using them for Christmas projects. So I just trim it down and I put them in the jars. And it's so cute. Gives that pop of green. And then I hot glue the jar to the rack. And like I said, I'm going to do 2 on each shelf. And then I went and I grabbed my berries and the little foam berries on a pick. And I'm going to pop 3 little berries in that jar because I think the label on that one is snowballs. So I thought these would be cute little snowballs. And yeah, I just grabbed a bunch of stuff in my stash and I just kept filling these itty bitty little jars because I think that just finishes off the look. Plus, it's so much fun to think outside the box and try to match the label with the contents of the jar. And this one, the label is Christmas tree. So I got some greenery and I put a sprig in there and then hot glued that to the stand as well. Like I said, you can let your imagination just run wild. I had these sparkly tiny little beads. I thought that would be really cute to put in the jar. I had some yarn, the pink yarn that Dollar Tree had sold, and it has like real fluffy balls at the end of it. So I trimmed up one of the balls and I put that in the jar because it looked like cotton candy. Like I said, I just had fun filling these jars. These came out so cute, and recently I saw Dollar Tree sells magnets. So you could actually put a magnet, 2 magnets on the back of these, and you could put these on your fridge. But I always ask you guys, what do you do with the minis? And then I remembered I had these houses that I got at Target. So I thought this would be cute to put inside one of these houses. So I grabbed one of my socks. The other sock I used on my gnome Christmas tree. So I had one extra sock. So I kind of just maneuvered it around and made it look like a rug. Then I put my trays inside this house. And then I added a white Christmas tree in there as well. Now you could put fairy lights inside this house so it would really light up. I ran out of batteries. I really wanted to show you guys what it would look like with fairy lights in it, because you could look inside the windows and see the trays and the rug and the tree. I thought that would be really cool. I bought Target sold these like a few years ago. There was 4 different kinds and at Dollar Spot, and I had picked them up like a few years ago. So right now I'm kind of just decorating the outside of it, putting a little kind of swag wreath on the top of the door. Then I don't know where I got these from. I think Hobby Lobby maybe. But it's a string of, they don't light up. They look like lights. The bad part about it is they were very, very far apart. I wish they would have been closer on the string. So I kind of had to cut it up to make them closer because I wanted that to go above, underneath the awning of the house and kind of hang down like the house had lights on it.
a feeling, now it's time for Christmas. And Christmas is my favorite time of year. It's beginning to look like all my wishes.
So after repositioning them on the string, I added some hot glue, and I'm just going to hot glue these under the awning so it looks like there's lights hanging down. Now, like I said, I think there was 4 different, there's like a silo, a tall farmhouse, this house, and a barn. So you could do this and you could decorate all 4 pieces for Christmas and kind of make your own little village. But I just thought it was neat with the lights on the top and a little swag above the door. And this is not a very clear picture. I was trying to capture what it would look like at night. All I had was yellow votives. So this would be much better with like brighter either Christmas lights or battery operated lights, but it's kind of neat to look in the window and see it decorated inside. There's an up close picture of how they look, and here's all 4 little houses together. And then of course you have the one house that actually has stuff inside of it. So I thought that was cool. But these minis also are perfect for decorating a tiered tray, of course. And like I said, you can also put magnets on them and put them on your fridge. So I hope you enjoyed this quick little mini video. I always have fun doing minis. I always have fun doing apothecary jars, so I thought I'd put the 2 together for Christmas. I love you guys. I hope you guys are having a blessed and wonderful day and wonderful week. And I hope you guys had an amazing Thanksgiving. And I can't believe Christmas is right around the corner. Oh my gosh. So many ideas, so little time. I love y'all. See y'all next week. Bye, y'all.
Big and small, and now it's time to have a merry holiday. What a feeling when it's time for Christmas. Let's sing a carol and we'll bring it here. Let's sing a carol and we'll bring it here. Let's sing a carol